everybody, welcome back to Farming Simulator 19. You're watching JCTV here on Uncle Ben's farm. This is episode number 10 into our adventure. Alright, so we got a busy schedule planned. So last week we harvested all of the oats in this field and we did not make that much money with the oats and the straw. Not as much as I'd hoped, but what we're going to do today is we're going to spend some of that money that we made a little bit of, and we're going to cut all of the grass. And what we're going to do is, showed you a picture of the plow just now. We are actually going to plow field number 11. So we're going to plow and lime that, and then we're going to plant other crops there. But the planting of other crops may come in a later video. I think today all we're going to have time for is the cutting of all of the grass. Every blade of grass we're going to try and cut. That is everything around the fields, everything in that little cow pasture thingy. Everything on field number 11 is going to get mowed, windrowed, and then we're going to get a loading wagon and load up the silage bunker so that we can store the silage until it is at a price that is at my liking. So we're going to need a tractor. We're going to go with the Valtra T series tractor. It's served us well in the past with mowing. So that's what we're going to do. It'll also it's also powerful enough to pull the loading wagon, and we're also going to get GPS, so that will make cutting grass a little bit easier. And we're going to keep this tractor. It is early in the day, so we can keep it for this video's purpose and possibly next video's purpose when we look at planting. The mowers, we're going to grab the same Vicon mowers that we used the last time. The front mower that goes obviously on the front of the tractor, and the rear mower that goes on the back, that also windrows as we cut, so that way we don't have to rent a windrower. And we're going to go with the smallest loading wagon. It doesn't matter if we have to make several trips. The silage bunker is on our property, so it doesn't really matter. There is our equipment, folks. We got a tractor, 2 mowers, and a loading wagon. Now all we have to do is mow, load, store. Now with silage, we do have to compact it as well, so we're going to cover that a little later once we get all of the silage into the bunker, and you'll see that once we get everything all compacted. For now, let's just focus on mowing. Now when I do say we are going to mow every blade of grass, we're going to try our best to mow every single blade of grass on Uncle Ben's farm, because we're going to be done with silage for a little while. Well, the silage that's in field number 11 anyway, because that little bit of money that we made from the oats got me thinking if we had 2 fields of crops, that would probably work out a whole lot better. Now, all of the equipment that we used to lease before to plant for this one field, everything was probably only used by half. So if we use a little bit more on the other field, which is a few acres smaller than field number 3, it should work out. So if we're using less than 50% on field 3, then the remaining 50% or more should be able to cover field number 11. So I don't think we're going to be spending any more money per season, per se, in planting or fertilizing, because all of that will be stretched to cover that second field. All right, so mowing, let's get mowing. What's happening here? Okay, so that is swathing. Alright, so we should be good. Let's get this down on the ground. Yep, okay, we turn it on and we're not able to mow the road. That's fine. Alright, off we go. We're going to start here again just like we did last time. And what is going on here? Does that look right? No, I don't think we're not cutting down the middle. Why isn't all the front mower is not lowered? Duh. I guess it would work a lot better if I lowered the front mower. So let's back up and we'll start that again. Alright. There we go. Now it's working. It's lowered. Alright, so we're going to do this little patch of grass right here, and then we're going to try and get in and around those trees there behind our house as well, because there's lots of grass there. And we're going to do all of field number 11 and all of the grass inside that little cow pasture grazing area thing. And then that will be that. Stand by. We'll check back with you in just a few short minutes. Don't go anywhere. And just like that, through the magic of TV, we've got all of the grass now cut as much as we could. Could not get into the corners, but it is what it is. We'll try our best next time. It's hard to get in the corners with all these fences here. I wish I could take those fences down. Maybe make my fields a little bit bigger. I don't know. We'll figure that out later on. All right, so we got all the grass cut. Now all we have to do is bring the mowers back, grab the loading wagon, and then tackle the arduous task of following all of the lines that we made on the grass and picking up all of this stuff. And then storing it in the silage bunker that you'll see here coming up on your right, which is right there. That's where we're going to store it all. Then we're going to compact it, wrap it, wait for it to turn into silage, and then we will be all finished. There's all of our grass there in field number 11. I can't wait to plow that and then plant something there. That is going to be a fantastic crop yield. And then we've also cut the lawn around here, around the slurry, the empty slurry container, slurry storage, whatever it is, round thing in my way. And we've got all of this cut around the trees. Get some nice squiggly lines as much as we could. And then we've got this little area right here. So we do have quite a few thousand liters of grass to pick up. We're just on our way back to the shop to pick up the loading wagon, and hopefully, fingers crossed, the price of silage goes back up over $200. Right now I think it's at like 140, slowly going up, but not quite. So we're still not in a good position where we can sell silage at a profit. Yeah, so there's that. So it's a good thing we're just going to save it for later, and then we'll sell it when the time comes. There we go. We'll unhook you and detach you, and then there we go. Then we're going to back up a little bit this time so we don't ram into that front mower again. And then we can finally detach this, pick up. Oh, no, we don't want to unfold. No, come on. There we go. Then we just got to grab the loading wagon and head back to the farm. And then pick up all the silage. There we go. Let's move the tractor out of the way. Then we can give this stuff back, and hopefully we're done leasing mowers for a while. Because without grass growing in field number 11, there's really no need for us to lease any type of mowers. There's not enough grass. Or maybe, maybe if we do end up buying mowers, we can routinely cut the grass in and around our farm and store silage that way and sell it later. That grass in that grazing meadow always grows pretty quickly. So it's probably from all the fertilizer that the cows dropped when they were here. Who really knows? All right, let's go pick up this grass, and we'll show you how to store it in the silage bunker. And then, yeah, I guess we'll show you how to store it in the silage bunker. I wasn't really sure what to say after that. We're going to compact it and then wrap it so it turns into silage so that it is like grassy gold. I guess, is that the right term? Grassy gold? I don't know. All right, let's pick up all this grass and we'll be right back. Hang on. Okay, so here's the first load of grass. We didn't really get too far into the grass picking up process before the trailer filled up. It is only a 23,000 liter trailer, so there's that. It is rather small, and there is a ton of grass here to pick up. This is going to take probably, 10, 11 loads of grass to pick up. I don't even want to think of how many times we're going to have to go up and down field number 11 before that's all picked up. But since there's no end on this bunker and it's open on both ends, we're going to start just about here so that when we compact the grass, it's going to spill out everywhere, the front and the back of the bunker. So we don't want it spilling out too far into that meadow there. So right here is where we're going to dump the first load of grass, and then we're just going to make nice hills everywhere. So that's basically all you have to do is just drive your loading wagon around, pick up the grass, dump it in the bunker, and then when you're done dumping it in the bunker, it will look like this. there we go. It is all in the bunker. All of the grass is now here. And we've got mountains and mountains of grass. Tried to get it as level as possible, but it's all going to be flattened anyway. We just need to unhook the loading wagon and start driving the tractor over it. But I think what we're going to do, we'll test this out real quick just to see if we can get the tractor up and down these mountains in the front of the bunker. And then we'll head on over to the shop and we'll grab a silage roller and a weight for the tractor. The silage roller will obviously roll. Oh, that was fun. The silage roller will obviously roll the silage and make it easier to compact. And then the weight will make the tractor heavier so it doesn't take so long to compact down either. Now you can see it is only compacted down to 1%. This is going to take an awful long time with the tractor the way it is. Ooh. So we should probably take the loading wagon back and then grab a silage roller. Now we're going to have to lease those as well. The weight is like $900 to buy, so I'm guessing it probably only going to be about $30 to lease. So I think we can afford that. It will aid in the silage leveling process. So let's head on over there now. So this is the silage roller and the weight attached to the front of the tractor. This should make things considerably easier and less time consuming to roll all of that silage. Now this silage roller will unfold and it will look like a big green and orange. Whoa, that weight is actually pretty heavy. I just slid right into the fence. So the silage roller will unfold. It'll look like a big slinky that is going to roll all the silage and compact it for us, make things a little bit easier and less time consuming. You can see now we are down to $47,000 from $64,000. So we've spent quite a few thousand already just picking up the grass. And we still need to lime field number 11 because it was scheduled to plow and lime before planting. So we've got to tackle that as well. But first things first, I want to get this silage taken care of and fermenting so that we can sell it later on. Because we do have just a little over 381,000 liters of silage here, and you can see the bunker is really only half full, so it could probably hold about 700,000 liters of silage. There, the roller goes up and down, so we want it down so we can compact and roll all the grass in and out of those rollers and make things a little bit easier. Easier, I guess, if we maybe raised the weight on the front of the tractor so that it didn't get stuck on the ground. There we go. Perfect. The weight is still on the tractor nonetheless. I don't think it needs to be lowered in order to be effective. But it is making the tractor heavier, and it will sort of speed up the leveling process. We're at 2% now. We're going to have to go all the way to 100, which is going to take quite a bit of time. So stand by while we get all the silage compacted. We'll be right back. All right, so we're finally done. Man, that was boring. We're at 100% now, and that is done. So now we can just keep that weight raised, fold this up and bring it back to the shop. And before we do that, we need to cover the silage bunker. So that is quite easy. I'm just going to hop out of the tractor, come over to the bunker, and hit a button. And we're done. I guess in real life, you would have had to pull that tarp over and weigh it down with tires or concrete blocks or something. But for this purpose of this video, we just hit a button and the silage is covered. All right, let's go grab a lime spreader. Nope, scratch that. We need to plow first. That's right. We're not going to lime until we plow. So we're going to leave the silage roller here, and then we'll just grab the plow and head on over to field number 11, and then we'll plow that up real nice. And then we'll get ready to lime. And then hopefully in the next video we can plant 2 fields of crops. There's not really anything that needs to be done to field number 3 right now, although we just harvested and we should cultivate. If we happen to lease a seeder that is also a direct drill cultivating seeder, we don't need to cultivate. So that's one less piece of equipment that we need to rent. So I think we're going to go that route, but that will come later on. Right now, we have the enormous task of plowing field number 11 with this tiny plow. It is all that we can afford right now, and it's all that our tractor will pull. So I guess we're going to make do with what we have for the time being. Hopefully, 2 fields of crops will yield a heck of a lot more money. I'm already thinking of planting soybeans because they are the highest priced. We may plant a field of canola or a field of soybeans, depending. I don't know. Haven't got that far in my plan yet. All I know is that grass really isn't making us too much money, and we have to wait a long time for the price to go up, whereas crops are seasonal. The price should be good, I guess is the word I want to look for. All right, we got a long plowing road ahead of us, so we'll check back with you when we are almost done plowing field number 11. Hang on. All right, so here we go. We've got the plowing now complete. We did create a GPS track for the very small plow, although that probably wasn't necessary. Just made my life a little bit easier to hit cruise control and go up and down. All right, so we don't need the GPS anymore. We can turn that off. There we go. And now we need to drop off the plow, go to the shop, grab a lime spreader, and we don't need to purchase any lime because we've already got lots of lime pallets on the farm already, so that makes our life a little bit easier. I think I said we had $47,000 in the bank. Earlier we have 42. I made a mistake. Yeah, so $42,000 down from 64. We've spent $22,000 just preparing the silage and getting this field ready, and we're about to spend a few thousand more on a lime spreader, the Bredal lime spreader with the spreading disc attachment to make it a little bit wider, so that we use less lime in the area. We're going to bring the silage roller back as well. We no longer require the silage roller, although that might be a good little investment to purchase maybe later on once we have our own tractor and our own established equipment line. Let's bring this and the weight back, and we'll see you over at the shop. Hang on. That wasn't so bad. There we go. We picked up the lime spreader for a couple of $1,000s. Now we're down to about 40,000 something in the bank. 40,571. It doesn't really matter the residual dollar amount there. 40 grand in the bank. Now we just have to fill up the lime spreader, lime field number 11, and then we will be ready to plant, which will most likely take place in next video because we are running short on time. Although we are going to keep the tractor so we don't have to lease it again later on. We have until midnight with the tractors before a second lease payment comes out, so that's fine. We should be able to get everything done in one complete day, plus maybe pick up a contract or two for the neighboring farmers to try and recover some of this $22,000 that we just spent on silage and plowing and liming. Man, farms are expensive, but I guess, if you've got more land, then we can definitely make some more money. We just have to prepare that field, which is what we're doing now. Alright, so let's go and see how much lime we can pack into this thing. We should be able to get all of these pallets in here. I knew they would come in handy. It's a good idea to save them, so that way we didn't have to pay for more lime. But after this, our fields will be on a regular plowing liming schedule, so we will have to come up with a plan. Maybe install something on the farm where we could store lime. We can buy lime in bulk and then store it. I don't know. We'll figure that out. That's very long term, though. We need to, first things first, we need to establish an equipment line. We need to get our own stuff so that we can cut down on leasing costs, because the leasing costs are what's killing us right now. All right, so we are full of lime, and we've got a little bit left in there, just in case we do run out from liming field number 11. It is significantly smaller than field number 3, so I'm not really sure of the acreage, but we'll check it here in a minute. Maybe after we're done liming, we'll check it just to see how much lime we use per acre, so that way we can accurately know exactly what we're using and what we're not. Alright, now we have to line this up a little bit. I think we already have a GPS track created for the Bredel. Let's check. I think we already have one. There's Fert Spreader. No, I don't think we do. So we're going to have to create one. Let's do this real quick. And we will call it Bredel Limer. Here we go. All done. We'll choose that track. And then there we go. Alright, so we're just going to move the line over a little bit. Perfect. Now we're perfectly centered on the edge of the field. Now we'll go from one end to the other, and then we'll do the headland on the other side, and then we'll come back down and do the headland on this side that we're on right now. And then that should be pretty much it. So stand by, we're going to lime this up just like this, and we'll be right back with you. Don't go anywhere. And the liming is now complete. Almost. We have that one little strip and just a tiny bit of lime. Oops, a tiny bit of lime left in the machine here. So we are going to just use the rest of the lime and get this little strip. Although that one little strip, I guess it really is irrelevant to the process. It's just a little strip on the side. But we did use the rest of the lime pellets that were on the farm there. So there is absolutely no more lime left. And I do not want to go back all the way to the shop to get another lime pallet to finish off the rest of this here. So we're just going to empty this out, bring the lime spreader back, and then we will be done for the day, I think. There's not really much else for us to do. I just got that one little strip left. We'll cover that. Maybe we'll make the GPS track a little tad bit wider next time so that we can get everything. But I think we are done for today. So while we are on our way back to the shop with the lime spreader, we're just going to drop this and the tractor off because, nope, we're going to keep the tractor. Never mind. While we're on our way back to drop off the lime spreader, yep, that's going to wrap things up today, folks. I think that's all the time we have for today. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button before you go. Don't forget to drop a like on the video. Ring that notification bell so you can be alerted every time we upload new content. You don't want to miss anything. Remember, you're watching Farming Simulator 19, played on the PC. This was Uncle Ben's Farm, episode number 10 into our adventures. My name is JCTV, and this is me saying, hey, I'll see you later.